You think of President Trump was quite averse to war. We didn't have a great deal of war with President Trump, but
maybe 5 or 6 years ago, the first time Donald Trump was president, there was a day where he told the military not to attack Iran because he said it would be disproportionate.
Disproportionate.
And you and I came on the air and we said, that is a very Catholic thing to say. And we were completely delighted that Donald Trump had said that.
Nuclear weapons obligate us to a very high standard of caution.
Yes. The damage inflicted by the aggressor on the nation or community of nations must be lasting, grave, and certain. In other words, don't go to war for some trivial reason, even if you've got a legitimate trivial grievance.
Even Catholics are divided a bit on what's practical and what's spiritual.
When the Pope prays for peace and the news media reports that as the Pope hates Donald Trump, I would say, look, let's take a step back here. We have to be more humble in that. Things have changed and it's very hard to do these calculations. It's very hard to figure this out. So be a little patient with one another. It's same with abortion on a certain level, Debbie, but a better analogy is immigration. That it's an extremely complex, like the Bible has all these incredible things to say about welcoming the stranger and all, just as it has to say about peace. So, but how do you get to a world where the stranger can be welcomed and you can have peace? So if you think it's simple to say this is an act of war, that's not an act of war, I just don't think you're living in the modern world. You're living in a different world. It's not simple. It's hard.
Because obviously we all want peace. Who wants war? I mean, nobody. I mean, really, you'd have to be pretty strange to really want war, right?
Just war theory is not just a theory to say never go to war, war no more, you can't have war. It's a way of saying even in wartime, we have to be concerned for the common good, and we have to ask ourselves the question, what preserves the common good, the sum total of all the social conditions that create the good for human flourishing? What preserves that the most?
Okay.
What they need to do is get rid of the Islamic regime in Iran. They have been the problem for 47 years. People don't like to say it, but that's what they have to do. And Trump was right to go in there and go after him. That's my firm opinion. And so also the opinion of my friends in Israel.
Amen, brother. You preach it.